Howdy y'all. We're going to start this one out in the backyard by where the back door is going to be there where it's not painted, and we're just putting in the back porch light, and I was going to do a receptacle underneath it there too, but we didn't have the box to connect the receptacle to, so we're going to do that at a different point. And since it's cold and drizzly out there, we'll come back inside to put some ceiling panels up, but first we got to put some vapor barrier up. This is 4 mil plastic, and then just taking down the temporary setup of the lights for now, so we can get this plastic up there. And when it's mid-February and your coworker says they have allergies, don't believe them. It's not allergies, because if it was, I wouldn't sound like I'm a totally different person. Yeah, they were sick and now I'm sick, but I sound worse than I feel, so I guess that's a bonus, I guess. Anyway, and now I'm using that Ink Irma laser measuring device they sent me a few months ago, because the measurements of the roof trusses will make them 8 feet apart at that length, but the wall there where the TV is offsets the wall panel by a few inches. So I'm gonna have to cut some off, and baby and I have a standoff, but daddy wins. So anyway, so we're gonna go cut some off of here. We'll do some measurements, and then I just score it with the razor knife. And, it's only a 1/4 inch thick paneling, so I just scored it like you would with drywall and snap this off. It works, but you gotta score it like 10 times compared to just once with drywall. So I only do a few panels like this, and then I get this saw out to cut some others. But it worked for this one.
All right, now that we got the plastic up there, I can start putting the paneling up there. I only have a few panels that have the shellac on them, but I'm gonna try to put a few up there. So what I'll do is I have the mark in the middle of the room on the ceiling or on the wall back there, and then I have another one back here. And I do have a laser level, and you've seen me use it in the last video, but I got another free tool from Laze Goo. Great name, right? Anyway, so let's open this bad boy up. And again, they're not paying me, but they just gave me a free tool, and this one's pretty cool. There's the model, link in description, all that good stuff. But yeah, I like this better than the one that I bought a few years ago, because this one actually comes with a cord to, charge it. And it comes with this cool case. But it also has, if I can get it out of here, just more directions. Mine only has, the one I bought only has lasers going this way and this way. But this one has 2 other lasers, so it pretty much does every which way but loose. So anyway, we'll set that up, and it has worked out really well for me. It has lots of functions I haven't even bothered trying yet, but for now we're just trying to get things straight and level, just doing it this way for now to get the panels set up, and then I'll use it this way and that way to figure out where I need to put the holes in the panels so then I can put the lights back through there on the panel and have it all finished up. So anyway, let's get to work. All right, so on the back wall, there's a little line right where that laser line, it matches up perfectly there on this back wall, or whatever, front back wall, kitchen wall, and then the TV wall. There's a line matched up with the level there, and then I marked halfway in between the sheet there on both ends. So when I get it up there, hopefully it'll touch one end in the middle and there, and then we'll start stapling it up there.
All right, it's the big moment. We're getting this panel up there, and wasn't the easiest thing to do with just being solo worker here, and I could have done some other setups to get it set up there properly. Maybe rented a drywall hanger, or I probably could have used like some 2x4s or something on the corners and set it up. But this worked well. I'm kind of impatient sometimes, so it worked, I think. We'll see.
Okay, so it's still lining up there. Still lining up there. And it looks like I have the mark on the wood there. It looks like it ended up being off. I don't know if you can see it. It's just right about there. So a little bit off there, not too bad. And then here, you can see it's just on the other side. So Mobile homes, nothing super square, so I think this is good enough for city work.
All right, here's panel 2, or just less than half of panel 2, and Baby inspected the first one. Callie inspects the second cut, so that one was much easier to put up, easiest one of all. Wish they were all this easy, but hey, take what you can get, I suppose.
All right, so we got this second sheet up there, or half sheet anyway, because I don't know if you have to do it this way, but just offsetting the sections here. I'll put another 4 foot, 4 foot, and then go into the wall. So I'll probably use an 8 foot piece there, but anyway, or into the hall. Anyway, so I did the laser level from this point to that point, and you can see, if I showed you over here how this one was off just a tad in the getting it squared. So I left a little gap here to kind of make up that section so that hopefully this one's square and it will stay square as it goes down the run. And there's going to be a trim piece, that goes, on every gap anyway. So it'll cover that up and look good in the end. And then, so we have one 4 foot wide piece here, and there. And then on the outer ends, there's going to be just, 6 or so inches on each end to fill in the gaps. So it'll look a little weird because I'll have to put a trim piece that close to the wall there, but it is what it is. So, but I don't know, looks better than having plastic and insulation and rafters showing. So we'll keep going.
All right, so now that we've got those first 2 panels up, we're gonna have to put a little bit more 4mm plastic up here to seal up some more of the ceiling, because to keep on keeping on, we're gonna go, further down the room, and this plastic sheeting roll is about 10 feet wide, so we just did 10-foot sections by however long it was from one, the left side to the right side of the trailer, and yeah, so I think we have put up 3, and the third one obviously extends farther into that room, the hallway back there where the laundry room is, going towards the back bedroom. And yeah, people keep asking for a tour, and I'll give one. It's so dirty in here, and all my tools are in the front rooms and stuff. So once I get it kind of cleaned up and straightened up, I'll give you guys a better tour. But anyway, and then here, I didn't have to cut any more paneling because, these are 8 feet sections, and you got 16 inches on center for the roof trusses. So they end at, 4 feet and 8 feet respectively, for dimensions. So I think I did well. I think maybe I had to cut one like a ½ inch just to make it line up perfect, but we did good, I think.
All right, so we got what we're gonna get up for now, because I only had 1, 2, 3, 4 panels shellacked. So we're gonna wait for a little bit warmer and drier day to shellac up some more. Actually, I gotta buy some more as well. But for now, we just put the laser level up in the middle of the boards, or where the lights are going to come through. So I just put them up and marked. So in between these 2 joists, there's lights. And you can see I already marked this one right there. And so we're just marking these ones here, and there's a mark here, and then one at the end there. So then I'll take the laser level and go in the middle of these. I have little X marks where I know the lights are going to be coming through. X marks the spot there. So we'll just get in the middle of between the 2 joists, have the line laser level going this way, and then I'll put X there, and then I can drill some holes and reach up in there and pull the lights cords through and get the final light positions in there. All right, so we got all our cross sections. I was a little off when I was just eyeballing it for the original going this way, but then dialed it in where they needed to be. So now we'll take this fancy tool I got here that will cut holes for the size I need to put the lights back up in there. So we'll get to work.
All right, now it's time to get busy and dusty. So yeah, just cutting some holes in this paneling, and you want to go in there but not too hard, because you don't want to cut through the vapor barrier, the whole thing, or risk finding some of that Romex wire there and cutting through it. But I tried to get all that stuff out of the way, and then you can see me reaching up in there and plugging the light back in and clipping it back into place. So yeah, these worked out pretty well, I think. I was pretty happy with them. And these ones have different, settings on them, so you can get them light, like daylight or like shop light or whatnot. So I think I put them on the warm setting or whatnot. So I like them.
All right, y'all. So we're just out here doing some polyurethane sealing on these ceiling panels. You can see the difference here from dry to wet. It gets a little bit lighter when it dries, but still darker than that. But we're just doing about 12 of these because it's, January, end of January, and we're getting a little break in the rain. It's supposed to rain a little bit tonight, so hopefully these will dry enough to where I can stack them next to each other inside this little shed here, but just not enough room to stack them in there without touching each other. But yeah, I'm just using this. I got this gallon of polyurethane from the Habitat store for like $10, and I think a normal gallon is somewhere in the $70-$80 range. I did a few panels before that I've already put up in the shellac, but that's $20 for that quart, so I do like that stuff. But what's cheap is cheap, and I think it looks the same once they dry up. Anyway, so we're just doing this and thought I'd show you that. And yeah, because it's like 55 degrees, got up to like 56 today. Not normal this time of year, and it's gonna go back to normal temps here next week, so I thought I'd knock some of these out while I can, and hopefully they'll dry up without getting rained on or not stick together once I kind of lean them up against each other in the shed in a few hours. And then in a few days, when they don't smell, when they're all cured, I can start sticking them up on my ceiling next to, I got like 4 or 5 panels up right now, 4 panels I think. So we'll get some of that done and get this house looking like a home. All right, y'all.
All right, we actually got one more day of 60-degree weather and a break in the rain, so I was out there actually doing some more varathaning, and I was able to get all of them done, so that was really nice. And this one here, it started out right, and then I had to use like a rubber mallet to get it to, sit in on the back end of the panel there. You can see a couple shots of the hammer in there, but we got it snugged in there, so that was nice. And then here we're putting on the last sheeting for the kitchen area, and it'll end up in the, back hall there, so we can have that last panel is going to go into that room or in the hallway. And I get most of these done here, except I didn't put one on the back left there in the kitchen because we have a vent pipe going up through the ceiling. And so I was going to wait until, it gets warm in the spring and put a hole through the roof. But on my last video, someone suggested getting an air check valve or something like that. I forget what they're called at the moment. But I did look up, and they are allowed in my state. I mean, you can put them for like sinks and stuff. You can't put them for like your toilet and shower and whatnot. So I'll put one there. And so, but I'll keep, there's already a pipe going up kind of to the ceiling, so we'll leave that there in case at some point someone wants to do that. But yeah, we'll just put that little check valve down underneath the sink, the air breather. So anyway, we're getting most of this done. It's nice to get more lighting or more of this paneling done, so it looks more done in the house in general, and just cutting more holes in the wall, putting more lights up, and it just feels oh so good to get this major step done. And we did pretty good with most of these panelings. There was one that I started putting it up and it was just way too far off. I think we already saw it if you're paying attention. I started putting it up and then I had to take it off because it was way too far off, but I'd only put in like 4 or 5 staples in it and then put it back up. So that was nice, and there we are. I think this, like I said, wasn't going to put a panel up there on the right side, so good to go. All right, so we got most of the living room done here with the paneling, ceiling paneling, and getting the lights going. I did do most of the little 6-inch end pieces here up until we get to the hall here, and then we'll worry about that once I get the doorways put in. But yeah, we got most of this done, and then all the 6-inch pieces on the back side here. And then again, I didn't do this one because of the air vent that needs to go up through there. Although, like I said, might do an air check valve or whatever you call those things down here. But we'll leave that pipe there just in case. at some point someone wants to go through the ceiling. So we'll just probably enclose this in pretty soon. And then I did do the bump out ceiling here off camera as well, because, you know, you guys got the point. So you saw enough of those getting installed. And then, you know, at some point we'll put the trim pieces here and just clean it all up. You know, there's a few spots where it kind of hangs down pretty far, but once you get the trim in there, it'll hopefully push that up. Although this one is, you know, sagging because it was pushed up against here pretty hard. So maybe I'll just trim this off to get the pressure off of it, and it'll close up better. And then I did show you putting that light up real quick, but I didn't get the box put in because I was missing the rough-in box. But I did that off camera. We got those working, and someday I'll have a door back there. But yeah, got all this done, and then just kind of went into the hallway for the laundry room here with this 8-foot section that came around the wall. And we did get this light going, and there's one more outlet for it there. So once we get the paneling done there, we'll put one there as well. But this is where we're at for now, and hopefully we'll have a better voice here in a few more days and feel much better. I mean, I'm feeling okay, but sound worse than I feel. So there we are, y'all. Hope everyone's doing well, and we'll catch you on the next one.